everybody, Yogi here. Doing well. Hope you're doing well. Earlier today, I went with Mrs. Yogi and our youngest son down to Costco to get some shopping done. And man, oh man, anxiety, just places where you never used to have a problem before, you know? It's just all of a sudden become places that you were so used to not thinking about twice stepping foot in, you know? You end up going there now and it's just a whole new experience. It was very, very busy. Don't know what triggered it. I had kind of a headache this morning when I woke up. I kind of slept on I usually don't sleep with two pillows, but I kind of stacked one up underneath one because I was watching TV in bed last night. So I woke up and my neck was a little bit sore. I had a headache from sleeping the way I did. And I don't know if that had something to do with it or just that triggered it. I don't know, but it was just, you know, I never used to have an issue going to someplace like Costco. And now it's just places and things you used to not have problems with doing whatsoever just take on a whole new meaning. You know, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts that are out there on anxiety, and I'm not trying to woes me, you know? It's just different. It's just weird how things have changed. My goal is to minimize this as much as possible. Minimize the anxiety, and from what I'm hearing on these podcasts and stuff, it sounds possible. You know, you go from having that one moment where things just change, you know. For all the years previous to that, I was okay. And then all of a sudden, be it, you know, this all happened in 2020 when I had my first anxiety/panic attack. It was July of 2020, so could have been the fact that I was out of work, could have been the fact that COVID was going around and everybody was, you know, talking about, are you going to make it through it? What's the death rate going to be? You know, you're hearing all this stuff, and it's just messing with your head, you know. You're trying not to let it get to your head, but you did, you know, and I know I did for a while. I couldn't wait to get out of there. So, but I made it, you know. Another one little victory. I stuck it out, and I didn't have to go back out to the car. So I'm just gonna keep chalking up these one little victories, because I'm not letting this stuff. There's people who have anxiety and panic attacks who don't want to leave the house. You know, they feel like that's their safe spot, and they're afraid to do that. I don't want to. I'm not going to. I am going to stick it out and fight this thing and hopefully turn the tables on it. So it's kind of a rewiring process you got to do with your brain to get your, you know, kind of tell your brain that it's part of your life now. You know, you can't stay afraid of it all the time. You know what it is. You know it's not going to kill you. So you got to do what you got to do to fight it off, and that's what I'm trying to do. So we haven't really had any stormy weather here in Wisconsin at all this year. I mean, it's been pretty quiet. Sorry, folks. I'm just trying to get the best viewpoint there. It's been so quiet here. And rain-wise, you know, I was just watching some, his name is Ryan Hall, y'all. He does a weather channel on YouTube, and I was watching that a little bit. And Storm Chaser Brandon Kopic, check out those channels. Anytime there's a big weather event going on or a lot of tornadoes issued, you know, they go online and they help you out, give you lots of information. There was a show on Vice TV. They had a show come out in like 2015 or 2016 called Abandoned. And it was this gentleman, Rick McCrank, who was a professional skateboarder. He went around and did like Route 66. He did New Orleans, the amusement park down there, Six Flags, which I went to, and that's in my summer 2021 road trips. We didn't actually get to go inside the park. We just kind of drove around it, pulled up in front of it, you know. But the old Six Flags outside of New Orleans that was devastated by Katrina and never reopened. So he's, you know, it was one season, and I was so bummed out because I even sent a letter to Vice saying this is a great show, and you guys hopefully will do more seasons of it. But unfortunately, they never did. But I'm seeing the episodes show up on YouTube now, so it's kind of nice to revisit those episodes again. Route 66 is just such a bucket list for me. I was able to drive a little bit of it with my sister Chucky back in 2021. Those are also in the uploads back in 2021. We did Tulsa to part of Mississippi. We ended up going through all 13 miles of Kansas. We did the Catoosa Blue Whale. We hit Uranus, which is that shop that's on the outskirts. It's right off the freeway. It's a bunch of shops and stuff. It's like a trading post type place. Can't miss it. I'll probably put that one at the end of the episode because it's loaded with puns. We are coming into Wayne. It's unincorporated. Just pretty much an intersection. It's the first white settlers arrived in southeastern Wisconsin. The Potawatomi and Menominee Native Americans inhabited the land now occupied as the town of Wayne. When the Native people were forced out, apparently they ended up moving more to like Kansas, west of the Mississippi River. Some did choose to remain. See, there's not much here at all. The land was part of the town of Addison. The town of Wayne was incorporated on March 11th, 1848. And was named after General Anthony Wayne, who served in the American Revolution. The first settlers of Wayne were mostly Yankees and Irish immigrants, but beginning in 1850, many German immigrants began to settle in the town. And by 1880, the population was almost entirely of German descent. As of 2000, there were 1,727 people in the town, with 99.25 being white, 0.23 being Native American, 0.12% were Asian, 0.06% Pacific Islander, and 0.35 from 2 or more races. There's actually a couple of notable people from the town of Wayne. Nicholas Marks, legislator, lived in the town, and Gottlieb E. Weiss was a legislator as well. He lived in the town. So that's about it. Just, you know, your typical politicians. And that was Wayne. Don't blink or you'll miss it. In the immortal words of one Neil Fallon, I believe there's a storm a brewing. We need the rain bad. These cornfields over here, they're supposed to be knee-high by the 4th of July, as the old saying goes. And as I film this, we're in the last week of June, and it's going to take a whole lot of rain for those to be knee-high by the 4th of July. My search of abandon has come up fruitless so far. I am in Fond Du Lac County, and just taking some side roads that I've never taken before, trying to find something. We'll just continue trudging on. How many of you folks just like getting in the car, sometimes just taking a little cruise, taking a drive on the back roads? Comment below. Let me know. I actually find it strangely therapeutic, even though I'm struggling with anxiety and I'm alone in my car about 25 miles away from home. I find this to be soothing, just taking in the views. I don't know what this building used to be. It almost looks like it might have been a hall at one time. But no, it's just sitting here, rotting away. No idea. I'm in the town of Byron,